Yeehaw!
So there was a 6 mile tailback at Trent. I'll stop you for the moment. I think he did that on purpose. He was just over there waiting for me to click that record button. So there was a 6-hour tailback at Dover, which we bypassed, all legitimately, because there's a cycle path that takes you all the way to the check-in, and then cycle path takes you all the way to the lanes, and yeah, basically it was like a 10-minute process. So travel by bicycle, it pays off. We just come through Calais now, and we're just going to be following this path here. I'll show you what route we're following to Strasbourg, where we're hoping to pick up a bikepacking route, but I'll talk more about that later. So we're following basically a cycle path road route, Velo route number 5, and then bikepacking route. So get near Strasbourg, do the bikepacking route, ride back to Strasbourg, and see how much time we've got left. And if we've got any time left, we could maybe make our way back on the bike, so we can jump on a train. It's all to play for. There's no rules with our cycle trip. We are just enjoying being on the bike, enjoying the sun, enjoying being out in the open. Tross?
And these are very nice.
And you can eat as much as you want. Was to use the Velo route number 5 to get down to Wissenberg, where we are picking up the bikepacking route and doing the TMV. No plans, just see how it goes. So I'll leave you with a few images and video footage of the way down to the route on that Euro Velo number 5. It is a lovely route, especially when you get into the national parks. So it's, what time is it? About 8:10? Yeah, about 8:10, and this is going to be our camping spot for tonight. We're just going to make tea first, and then put our tent up when it's a bit later. Be a bit more, what's the word, stealth. But we think that's Saint Omer, just over there. I think it is. We're only a couple of K away. But yeah, it's going to be nice waking up here. So the sun is setting there, so it should be rising up that in there. So like I say, we're just going to have us food first. All's good. Is it all good, Raquel?
All good.
All good. So there we have it. The tent's up. What a beautiful place to stop tonight. So this is a cool Big Agnes. Lots of room in here. It's the 3-manner bikepacking one, so the poles are a bit shorter. Copper spur, there we go. HVUL3 bikepack. Ooh. Loads of room. So this morning we have just packed away our tent, and we just rode into the village of Saint Omer to have our coffee and our croissant, and now we're going to continue on to Lille. We stopped off at this lovely little park. So we've just trying to get back onto our route. We've just stumbled upon this. Love to tell you some history about it. What's it about, Rachel?
Well, in 1503.
Okay, 1503 apparently. Found a nice little spot to have as lunch. Velo Route number 5. What's for lunch today, Rachel?
Bread, tomatoes, cheese,
crisps.
and then there's fruit.
And we've got some, what, peaches? Peaches, lovely. So we got this bread this morning from the bakery when we're having his coffee and pastry. It's lovely and soft. Beautiful custard. Just having a nice little cafe in Lille. Very French. Are you enjoying the trip so far, Raquel?
Yes, very much so.
So Winsberg is absolutely glorious, absolutely beautiful. So these are the mountains of the TMV. This is what we came here for. So we got into Wissenberg, and Wissenberg is absolutely glorious, and we wanting to get down here because this is where the holiday actually starts. We're in the mountains, in these forested mountains in the national park. .4 degrees. I know any water's going to taste amazing when it's touching 40 degrees at times, but this spring water definitely tastes amazing. These views just keep on getting better in the mountains. So it's 4:30, but there's just a bit of a cool breeze. The trees give you some nice shade as well. So even though the temperatures in places, it's 30 degrees now at 4:30, during the day it has been touching 40 degrees. Well, it was 41 point something at one point. So having climbed up, our route now goes down here, and this looks like fun. Fun! Woo!
Helmet on.
Helmet on, fun! Helmet on type of fun. So all you do is follow these TMV signs through the forests.
You must get about 10 leg injuries a day.
Rachel likes to get leg injuries.
I just scraped my knee on the handlebars.
Scraped her knees on handlebars. Peculiar injuries you get, aren't they? Well, it's about 6:30 and look at this spot to cook our tea. Jet Boyle's doing some rice in the moment. We're going to flavour it with some of that stuff there. But look at this for a spot for our tea. Do you like this spot, Raquel?
Yeah.
It's perfect. So we started in Wimsborg today and we rode the route around here. And we are now here. Just at this road. We just crossed that road just there. So we're just making this beautiful meal. And then tomorrow today we're gonna ride up here, sleep somewhere up here. And tomorrow ride down here, get a nice coffee and stock up on some supplies in the morning and then continue on. While I've been doing the rice, Rachel's been doing overnight oats in our coffee pots with some dried fruit and nut with powdered milk and water and flavourings of Biscoff spread that we got from the hotel. So in here, just water, dried fruit and nut, Biscoff spread, powdered milk and oats, and hopefully in the morning they should be good to go. Wild camp in the forest. Wild camp in the forest. So this was our wild camp last night. Rachel's just packing her stuff up. This beautiful sun coming through the trees. Going to be another good day. Looking at the weather forecast, it's been 30-40 degrees for a long time, and it looks like it's going to be like that for the rest of our stay. But last night in the tent, all you could hear were footsteps, big footsteps everywhere. So, presumably deer. I did see a deer earlier on that day, just before we put up the tent. But last night in the early hours, a herd, if a herd is the correct term for wild boar, came trundling past the tent. And we did see online that a guy did say that he got attacked by wild boars, but then the other people saying wild boars don't attack, they're just on their path each evening. They do a set path, and I thought, well, the chances of doing that are very small. But last night, first time in the forest, they came trundling past the tent. I was like, what is that noise? And it sounded like there were lots of them, because it's dark. You got the paranoia of the forest, and but there were a few, and I could hear them snorting past the tent. Rachel was snoring all the way through. I think that's why they didn't attack the tent, because they thought the queen boar's in there. And here she is, just getting out of the tent, the queen boar. Scared them off, didn't you, baby, with your snoring? So, down into another village this morning, and then it's up some more forest trails after our lovely coffee and patisserie. We're just about 7k out of the village that we had breakfast in. So we started in Wissenberg, and Wissenberg is absolutely gorgeous. You need to see that little village, it's gorgeous. And then we climbed up out, called the Pigeonier, which was steady and lovely. And we got a bit lost here. We lost this section. So we actually went down this road and cut across there, then joined it. We went on there, and we had a bit of a swim in a pool, and we realised we were going wrong, so we went back. We couldn't find where it crossed that road, so we went back, came on this road and joined it here. So we did a bit of zigzagging yesterday and getting lost, and then we followed it on through, and we had our tea there last night, And this morning we just rolled down into this village, got us coffee and patisserie, and we are just making our way up here, and we must be in between this section here because we haven't got across this road yet, so we're just somewhere there. But you can see, looking at the map, you could do this in sections, you know, do a section of forest and then cut a road across to another section of forest if you wanted to, if you were short of time, because all these coloured things are road routes and river routes and stuff like that, so caters for everything. So the actual route goes all the way down there, gets a lot bigger, 1183, 1184, so bigger mountains, so looking good.
Found a pig stick for tonight.
Why, what are you going to do with pig stick?
Fend off the wild boars.
Fend off the wild boars.
Yeah.
You'll need about...
But you want...
There were about 20. You'll need more than 2 sticks.
Build a fence around the tent tonight.
And build a fence. This route has some super cool single track that you could do on a... Look at that. That you could do on a full sus mountain bike, blasting down here. Be amazing! These villages in France, Germany are absolutely amazing. Just look at this, it's like you've gone back in time. This is how you get your cheese gooey to eat in the sun. So Rachel made these overnight oats last night with powdered milk water, a bit of Biscoff spread and some dried fruit and nut. We had patisserie this morning, so we're having this now, and I'm not joking, it is beautiful. Beautiful, innit, baby?
Nice.
Not all of the forests are of the pine tree variety. We have some of these lush green ones as well. So this is our camp spot for this evening. I'm going to be cooking some food here. We have our chairs because we always travel in style. I'm going to leave the top off the tent tonight probably, so we can see the stars and also see the wild pigs that might walk past. And his bikes are stood up there. Put them together in the pyramid style. Fasten them at the top in case there's a wind, so they won't fall over. And this is where we are now. Beautiful, beautiful location. What's for tea tonight, Raquel?
So I've got some rice in the jet boil going on in there, nice and water, and got some bread from lunchtime today.
Lovely.
Quite a bit of bread.
Nice.
We have a little starter of camembert
Camembert,
bread maybe.
nice.
Oh, and olives.
Olives.
That'll be a nice little starter. And then I think
Put
with the
some
rice
pesto.
we're going to mix these two in with the rice.
Beautiful.
Or some of those. All the veg and a bit of that.
Oh. Temperature's keeping that cheese soft. This is Rachel's wild pig barrier that she's set up. Don't know what sort of wild pig she was expecting. Maybe miniature ones? I don't know. They didn't sound miniature last night. So we're going to leave the top off the tent tonight, because there were no dew last night. These tents are so good. They don't need to be pegged in. You don't need to put the outer on. In this 3-manner, you can see, look, plenty of room in there, isn't there?
Yep.
Plenty of room. I'm going to see those wild pigs walk by tonight. They're going to walk right by. They're going to jump over Rachel's barrier. They're going to jump over that pig barrier. They're going to stick their nose in the tent. It's going to be loads of fun. Nice route to come up this bit, isn't it? So I gave Rachel 2 options and Rachel chose this way.
Just getting a stick out of my wheel.
This can't be on me. Woo!
Pig stick has chosen me today.
So what are you going to do with that when a pig comes? I'm
going to use it to do this to you all day.
She's only joking. She chose this route. She chose this way. Out of 2 options. Excuse me, because I'm eating fig rolls. Bikes are just there, we're off the trail. And we are just having a cafe. So last night we camped somewhere here. And then we dropped down. And this is the Euro Velo 5 route, which is absolutely stunning now. It's got into the national parks. Where we were at the start near Calais and Dover, it's not that picturesque at all. We had some moments, you saw some nice pictures, but when it's going through the national parks, like just after Lille really, it's absolutely glorious. So that's the Velo 5 route continuing on to Strasbourg. So we camped somewhere here for the night. We jumped on the Velo 5 here, you can see it goes alongside it. And then we went into this village there for our breakfast and our pastry. And we're coming up here. And we have crossed a road. So I think we might be just there. Wherever the route crosses the road, let's have a look. Yeah, I think we're just there. We've come down a bit. And then we're at this point here having this coffee here now. And what we're thinking of doing today for a bit of luxury, charging the stuff up and things like that and just washing some stuff, is we'll continue on the route to this purple bike path, this local circular, jump on it there, we'll continue on down. Ideally, be really cool, we're just going to see how we feel really, and if we can get to this Gres Willa. If there's a campsite there, that looks nice. That's probably going to be our ending point for today. If we don't see a campsite there, we'll just continue through, get back on our trail and wild camp here and make a plan for tomorrow. Just look at that. We just come up there and then we came around the corner and we just saw that. And then we're going up there. Look at this for our lunch stop. There's all the routes all through the forests. This is absolutely lovely. I am so much in love with today. It's not too hot. There are all the routes around us. We've come to this little place here where we're going to have our lunch. I am so much in love. Look at this. We've got that sauerkrauty stuff that I love. Crisps, there's leftover cheese, bread, coca, banana in this beautiful location. I'm loving life at the moment. Rachel, always on a mission to make the trip more exciting. Wants to find us some single track as well, don't you, Raquel? With bunny hopping obstacles.
Yeah!
Won't stay that picture. We are off the trail though. We are off the trail.
You've left your camera.
Yeah. I found more goats. First puncture in a long time, so I just had to worm it. And it's holding up fine. 5-minute job. Just stopping for a bit of lunch here. Got us chairs out. Fresh brew coffee. What more do you need? Who says you shouldn't take chairs on a cycle tour? They don't know what they're talking about. Do they, Raquel? Nos. Need a chair. Perfect. Coffee, cheese, couscous, bread, olives, biscuits, crisps. So we're into the bigger mountains and bigger hills. But the climbing is, because you're always starting at a higher point, it's basically the same amount each day, because as you've gone up during the route, you've just been gradually getting higher and higher and higher, getting into higher villages. So it's
Zigzags.
in zigzags, yeah, zigzags across the trail, so it's nice and steady. But this is another lovely morning. We've been so fortunate with the weather. It's always been in the 30s down below. The shade of the trees keeps it around about 22, 23. There's a nice breeze, sometimes 19, 20. But lovely. Lovely. Boom. It's been a lovely bit of forest today, hasn't it, baby?
Yes.
So far, we've all
Nice and cool.
nice and cool. Bit of climbing, steady climbing from breakfast. All good. All good. Look at this for a lunch stop in the forest. Nearly at the top of a mountain. So what's for lunch today, Raquel?
Crisps.
Crisps.
Crinkle cut.
Couscous.
Some quinoa.
Bulgur wheat.
Cheese. Lovely bread.
Biscuit. And cocoa. Not much higher than us at this point here. A couple of more K to go and we're at the highest point for today. Well, at last I found an opening in the trees. Look at that. There isn't much higher. That's to prove it. We have done good today and we're doing good. We have seen in villages as well as the forest, there's beehives everywhere, isn't there? Just on this trail there, and then look what we find here. Look at this. This will blow you away. Oh my word. We can't get any higher on this mountain. We're at the top. I know it probably looks like we're at low level, but we're not. We're at 1,087 meters, and you'll have seen from those other pictures we are high, looking down on some beautiful stuff in and amongst the trees. Our tent is going to go here. But trust me, beyond those trees, the view is immense, and on that side as well. We're just on a little bit of a plateau, and we found this place to camp tonight. Look at this. How lovely is this spot? Look at this. Absolutely stunning. Got the jet boil going on with our pasta. Bike's doing the TP. Got lots of nice things to eat. Rachel's just getting her sleeping attire ready. Oh, this is the life, my friends. So it's 10 past 7 in the morning, and Rachel's just getting ready in the tent. I've just brewed some coffee there, and I remembered that I forgot to talk to you about what we did yesterday. So we have camped at a ridge. Apologies, I just keep on thinking something's biting my foot. It drops off down there, and it drops off down there. And last night I kept on seeing flashes of lightning, even though the sky around here was just crystal clear and the stars were absolutely stunning. They were absolutely amazing. Just see every single star. Just kept on getting flashes. So there must have been it was really windy. Really windy. But our tent was sheltered by the trees. It was really weird because you could hear the wind going. But the tent wasn't even moving, but you could hear the trees moving around us. And I kept on seeing these flashes of lightning, so I kept on getting worried that if a storm was coming in, we're at probably the worst place to be, because we are at the highest point on a ridge, camping underneath a couple of lonely trees. So that kept me awake a little bit while I was assessing what the chuff was going on. But as Rachel said, if it was to come in a storm, what would we do about it? And I don't really know. Maybe go away under those trees over there or something until it passed over. Anyway, so this is where we started yesterday, Chantilly, and we followed the route all the way to here, and that's where we got the ice cream. That's where I showed you the pictures of the ice cream. And then we joined the road for a bit, and then we did this Col de Freeland, and we've got a beautiful picture there, some beautiful views. But these road calls are quite low compared to the off-road ones that we do, because like I say, we've got up here and we've got to 1,100 meters at round about this point, and this is where we've got put up our tent, on this stretch here somewhere. We haven't crossed this road yet, so we must be somewhere around here. And then today we're going to continue on, and here there's Lake Blanc and Lake Noir, and there is a restaurant at the side of this lake where we'll probably get some lunch and then continue on a bit further. And as long as we find somewhere to kip on this stretch here, we are all golden. But we do need to try and get some supplies for breakfast and for tea somewhere along here. Hopefully, I'm hoping there's be a little village shop around there. That's where we are, and the sun's just started to come up now there over the trees. Look at that, illuminating that over there. It looks glorious, doesn't it? Absolutely glorious. So this morning can't get any better than this. Look at that blue sky now, the sun's coming up. We're at 1,100 meters elevation, all alone. The sun is there. I've got my coffee, got my flip-flops on. Bikes are ready to rock and roll. but look at the colour of that sky. Mamma mia. So Rachel's bike stand also doubles up as a wild pig defender. So this is where we slept last night, as you can see. No rubbish, leave no trace if you do anything like this. Whatever you bring in, take away from you, with you. Look at that blue sky over there, how nice is that? So we're all loaded up and ready to go. So we're just about 20 meters away from our camping spot, and this is what I meant through the trees. So this is what it looks like on both sides of us. So we've just come down from our elevation a little bit, and we just found this glorious field with some views. We were camping last night up there on that ridge. I'm going to go back up in a bit now. Too big, seen lots of big birds. There's two just soaring above us there. Wow. Just everywhere we go is like this, it's amazing. These villages on this border are just like film sets. They are amazing. Every single road and street, house is like this. It's not just done for effect. These villages do look like this. They are crazy. Now, you've seen that every single village is gorgeous. Now, this one is actually marked on the map as a gorgeous village. Touristy in the centre of it, but the streets look absolutely gorgeous around. I'll show you some pictures of those in a bit. Another beautiful spot with our shady tree, chairs and food. And coca. These storks apparently fly to Africa in the winter, and in the 1970s there was only 9 couples, and now there's 17,000 because they're protected. There it's flying, look at that when it's flying, crazy big, like dinosaurs. So we've come down to join the Euro Velo route for the last couple of days, so we can just stop off at lots of villages, have coffees and cokes and glass, and there's something very romantic about cycle touring and using the Euro Velo routes. Just gives you the proper imagery of cycle touring, doesn't it? It feels absolutely lovely. A different contrast to the mountains and the bike packing. Just absolutely glorious. You see lots of families with their trailers pulling the kids. So if you want to do something like this, definitely check out the Euro Velo routes. It's just so romantic. It's just beautiful. You end up in places like this, ready for your cafe. how you keep cool when it's between 35 and 40 degrees. You don't wait for the blaster to spin round, you go for it. And you hope that it gets you. Here we go. This is gonna be nice. Yay! The white storks circling overhead. Loads have just flown past.
Swing overlooking the lake and the mountains. Not bad, eh? Not a bad place for a swing.
Not a bad place for a swing.
Mountains, lake. Going now.
Build up speed. Oh, I don't think I've got enough speed there. Need more speed.
I'm just following you around. You're making me dizzy.
I need more speed.
Oh, nice.
That's why I needed more speed.
Just everything's fallen off your bike.
Yeah, hold on.
So he's failed at the first stunt.
I got up. Make sure the bag will fasten.
And here he goes again. Even though he's woke up with a bad back today. Am I just filming you going around in circles?
Try that again.
Try what again?
I think that was highly dangerous with touring bike.